recently.
Sound is recording.
Who's doing the intro? Jack.
Oh, man. Jeez.
Fine, you don't have to do it.
I'll do it. Are we live?
Count us down.
3, 2.
Hey, what's up?
Jesus.
Hey, what's up?
Why do I think that's gonna get used?
Hey, what's up?
Okay, Jack. That was a good one. Nice
No,
energy.
let's
I
do
like your energy.
a little bit more. Hey, and
But it threw me off because I was energetic and then it destroyed my brain.
Okay. All
Too
right.
much coke.
Take
3,
2.
2.
Hey, how's it going? What's up? This is
Wow.
well, everything else is so boring.
Hey, how's it going? What's up?
What's up, babe? What's your number?
Why can't you
Are
be
you
like?
trying to get a date?
Yeah. Are you hitting on our audience?
I think someone else should do this.
Oh my gosh.
All right, Ben, go ahead.
Did I?
3, 2.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Toy Geeks Behind the Counter. Woo. See, that's how
So
you do
that's
it.
how you do that.
Yeah. We are here with our special guest, Greg Mishka, everyone.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us behind the
Thanks for
counter,
having me.
Greg. This is
Yeah,
for a lot of people. We are behind the counter.
literally.
Usually, you're on the other side,
Yeah.
buying stuff.
Yeah, always.
But now you're behind the counter.
I like
Feels
it back.
good.
I like
Feels
it back
good
here.
back here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's not bad, right?
I don't have to wear pants.
Yeah.
I can wear my Crocs.
None of us have to wear pants. Awkward, but
Very
fantastic.
awkward.
For those of our audience members that don't know who you are, who is Greg Mishka? Tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm gonna be 40 in a month.
Fantastic.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
So I'm getting old.
Join the club.
I
man.
started. So in 2003, I co-founded a brand called Mishka NYC.
That was you.
It was me.
Oh, wow.
And
okay.
we're still around, and it's been an interesting ride, but we're still making cool stuff, and I'm always involved with different things like making toys,
Yeah.
and doing art shows, and just getting into trouble.
So,
Regular old stuff.
so you actually now Mishka NYC started in New York,
Yeah.
and you guys had locations in LA and all that. But you guys really have hit it big in the Asian market.
Yeah. Well, we've had a store in Japan since 2010.
Okay.
And that's still open, and then China has really blown up for us over the past few years.
Now
Wow.
you kind of told me this already, but how many locations do you guys have in China?
Currently, we have 80 Mishka stores.
Holy moly!
Wow.
And
Yeah.
and it's growing.
And it's growing. Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to cap it off at just a little over 100.
Wow.
Because China's so huge that literally covers about at least one store for every major city, but it's about two to three stores for every major city, which is, which is actually quite small for a brand that's coming in, because generally when they bring a brand in, especially a foreign brand, they'll open up around 500 stores immediately.
Amazing.
But,
I've always said that I'm going to cap 3D Retro at about 200
Yeah,
stores.
that's probably smart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's just in the U.S. though.
Right.
Yeah. That's, what are you laughing at?
Well, the desert's very big
It seems
place.
completely
Thank you.
Stores.
Thank you.
practical.
Practical. Well, that's fantastic. That is amazing. I don't think a lot of people know.
No, I mean, it's kind of, China is so, it's so sectioned off from the rest of the world as far as like the internet. I mean, it's kind of hard to see
It
a lot of
really
what's
is.
going on because, they don't use Facebook, they don't have
Nope.
Instagram or Twitter, they have WeChat and some other things, so, you're not always seeing what's going on in China, but
Interesting.
Yeah,
it's
internet-wise,
really
it's-
changing a lot there.
Now, Mishka also, and by the way, if you hear something in the background, folks, that's just the really, really heavy rain. Mishka has really been involved in the art scene as well. You guys, artists like L'Amour Supreme, Skinner, you guys have done a lot of collaborations.
Yeah, I mean, since the beginning, Mishka's always been about, the artist. It never was really about myself or Mike as much as it was about the collective of artists.
Mm-hmm.
And that happened pretty early on because we saw, sort of a market. I mean, it actually started. We always wanted to use artists, but we found out earlier that it was going to be harder to work with artists that we didn't know. So we realized that we had so many great friends that were amazing artists, and we started working with them. And over the years, we've worked with some pretty amazing, people.
Nice. Well, you guys have worked with some amazing artists. You guys have also released Dunnys series figures.
Yes.
You guys have done Bearbricks.
Correct.
You guys have done Labbits with Frank Kozik.
We did do an amazing Labbit.
And you guys have done tons of Sofubi with Black Book, I believe, toys, Nigo, and I mean, you guys have kind of like in the toy world, kind of put yourself in that as well.
Yeah, I mean I think the first time I went to Japan was in 2006, and that got me kind of really into the Sofubi scene, especially with brands like Secret Base and Gargamel and Reelhead.
Oh, yeah.
They were doing something that to me was totally new and different. I mean, it's kind of what a lot of people I think got into it, especially too because I didn't really know much about Japanese toys, and it was more just knowing that I liked them, and then most of the books that I had were in Japanese, so I didn't really know what it was.
Okay.
But
do you know how to speak Japanese?
No.
Do you know how to read Japanese?
No, I can barely speak any Japanese.
Oh wow.
I still like to go. I still like to be the foreigner, the guest, when I go there. I just think it's a better relationship.
Probably is.
Yeah. I feel like if you get too comfortable there, you want them to sort of be excited to see you.
I love going to Japan. I've been there already 4 times. Have you guys been?
Couple
times. Yeah, and I love going there. So
yeah, me too.
We were well received when we set up the beta project there, and it was,
that's
it was
right.
amazing. Yeah,
that must have been insane.
it was a good time.
Did Mishka do a helmet?
I don't think so.
No,
That was kind of early on. I don't think we were asked. But it's okay.
That's all in the past, everyone.
It's fine.
Water
Let's
under
talk
the
about the
bridge.
future. And the future is all about toys. And actually, you started working with another toy company, a little toy company called 3D Retro.
I've never heard of them.
Oh, yeah. And never heard of them, huh? Okay, just small. But we've actually worked on a project with KALAKA Toys.
Yeah.
And I guess there's a couple of things. You really like Garbage Pail Kids, along with Mr. T. And actually, didn't you have a Kickstarter about that?
That's a lot of questions, Ben.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
so, okay, yeah, so let's start with, we can start with Mr. T.
Yeah, well,
since
tell us a little bit
we
about
just
that.
had an exhibit of, so, let's see, this is like a really long story, but I'll try to make it as concise as
Do
possible.
what you can.
So I've always been a collector. Like, I've always bought stuff. I always went to, like really early on, I had an older brother who was a collector, and so early on, he always took me to yard sales and flea markets and antique shops. So ever since I was probably 5 years old, I was sort of buying toys. Obviously, back in the 80s, I was finding things from, mostly like tin toys and stuff, like things from the 50s and 60s. Anyways, I would spend a lot of time in like Barnes & Noble or other bookstores, just in the antiques and collectibles section. And I would just look at the books, and, at a certain point, I was getting really like envious of like, because I always collected like a big spectrum of things, just like stuff that I liked. And,
Which is hard to do.
Yeah. Well, for me, it was kind of easier, but I didn't have any focus. And then after looking at these books, I was like, oh man, this guy like collected every Lunchbox or every Smurf or every Bart Simpson or McDonald's. And I was like, man, that's so cool. Like, I want to collect everything of something. And so I was like thinking about it, and I was like, all right, it's got to be something that I'm like really into, and I might have already had stuff. And I was kind of looking around my room, and I had some Mr. T stuff, and I was like, that seems like a good thing, because I feel like there's probably a finite amount of stuff.
That seems like
I've
a good
never, like I grew up watching the A-Team, like I love Mr.
yeah.
T, and I thought, this is a good one. So I started collecting, and it was really hard to find stuff actually. And this was in the mid-90s that I decided. So, I was just graduating high school, and I was going into college, and I remember I was driving. I went to college in Orlando, Florida. And I remember I was driving one day and I see this sandwich board on the street, and there's a cartoon drawing of Mr. T on it. And I was like, so I pulled over, and it ended up being this little. There's a store called Populux. It was this little, like, retro pop culture store, right? Like, kind of like Love Saves the Day. If you had ever been there, it was open in New York. But it's just like an old school, like, kind of like vintage toy store.
Okay.
And it happened to be that this guy Brian was actually selling his Mr. T collection.
Oh no!
Like
No.
I swear to God. So
That wasn't a red flag for you? Like, hey, this guy's selling his collection. Maybe.
well, he's I never even like imagined that there'd be somebody like in my town that had collected this stuff. And he had been buying stuff from like Toy Shop magazine and like other dealers. Like this was pre-internet, so it was like really hard to get. And then I ended up working there, and then like I think he hired me because basically instead of paying me, I just like got Mr. T stuff.
Wow.
So when I was buying stuff from him, one of the things that he had was this homemade like Cabbage Patch looking Mr. T doll, and I was like, I want that doll. And he's like, that's the only thing I'm not going to sell.
Oh.
But he gave me, he's like, well, this is based off of a pattern book that like parents could buy and like make a doll for their kids. So he's like, I'm sure there's more out there. He's like, here's the pattern book.
Okay.
So, you know, once I joined eBay in 1998, I mean, I started buying everything Mr. T, and the dolls kept popping up. And I ended up, you know, now I have like 200 of them.
Oh my gosh.
And
Oh my gosh.
I mean, luckily I stopped because I was thinking about it a lot. I was probably between like 1998 to 2005, because around 2005 was when I had the doll show in New York, and it was also around the time Mishka became, you know, we did our first trade show, and it seemed to be that Mishka was becoming like a serious, like, okay, this is like
business.
this is like a real business. So the Mr. T stuff became a back burner. And then when I moved to LA 5 years ago, I met Quan.
Yep.
And then we partnered up and wrote the book together. So
And that's what the
so we did, yeah. And then so what happened was we were like, well, how are we going to do this? So we started to do a Kickstarter, and then we funded it. And then in the meantime, we also found a publisher that we wanted to work with.
Okay.
And we had a publisher publish it, so that made it obviously a lot easier for us as far as, you know, getting a really nice book made. So
And the book is out.
book is
now,
out.
or-
It released February 28th.
Okay. Still available?
Still available. It's on Amazon.
Okay.
And,
What's it called?
I Pity the Dolls.
Oh gosh.
And you know, but before the show started, we were talking about Garbage Pail Kids.
Yes.
And Joe Simcoe did the art for the book, who's probably my favorite modern Garbage Pail Kid artist.
Nice.
So I just think he like really stays true to the original, you know, sort of like drawings and concepts. Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, we just did a show in LA at Start Gallery. We're thinking of some other places to take it, like New York City and maybe
Nice.
Chicago and some other places.
Just your collection.
Just the collection, and
Oh
we'll
my
also
gosh.
to sell the books and stuff and talk about
Right.
you know.
Well, going back to like Garbage Pail Kids and all that stuff.
Right.
And Kalaka.
Yeah, so I've always been, I mean, I'd like, again, it's like, since I was a little kid, I remember my mom actually bought me a pack of the second series.
Okay.
And I loved it, and I was obsessed with it. And, no, she bought me a pack of the first series.
Like these.
Like these, yeah. So my
Okay.
mom bought me a wax pack of the first series, and
But that's not Garbage Pail
this is not
Kids.
Garbage Pail Kids.
What is that?
So this is, these are, so Garbage Pail Kids got so big that they ended up doing it in all these different countries.
Okay.
And so KALAKA Matthias is based out of Argentina. So in Argentina, they called them Basuritas,
Basuritas.
which like means like little garbage kids, basically. Garbage Pail Kids.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't translate that directly, but it's pretty close. Like basura is trash, so like
little
basuritas.
So it's like little garbage.
Little garbage, but like, yeah, it's like little garbage kids. So yeah, so Matthias actually came up with this idea of doing these cards. I guess you can, I don't know, kind of see them. So we based them on classic Garbage Pail Kids, but they're all Mishka based.
Right.
So
we
there's one of me. and honestly, it sucks because my Spanish isn't good enough to really get the jokes, but I guess. See, like, with the
Too bad
Spanish.
Carlos isn't on this episode. Or else
I know. Carlos could have, like. But, you know, like, it was a little bit harder because it has to flow differently in
Okay.
Spanish.
Well, let's take a look. We have
Gregory
Gregory
Odioso.
Oh Dios. See, the Spanish guy off what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah. And then Mishka Otico. And then O Jodido.
See, all the people that speak Spanish are off camera laughing their asses off, and we're here.
Yeah.
And we're like, huh?
Ciclo Peligroso. And then Ramon Strusoso. Ramon Strusoso.
Okay. I mean, the
Yeah.
cards look cool.
Yeah, I mean, they were made by Sidekick,
Yeah,
which
Sidekick
obviously,
Labs.
you know, makes the best cards, you know, are doing it the old school way.
Are they actual stickers?
They are. They're full stickers, though, because
Amazing.
but they're not die cut, because I didn't tell them, so I guess I assumed that they would be.
So then these designs.
So then these designs turned, so KALAKA had the idea of making the characters into toys.
Right.
So,
Into like the tiny little garbage pail kid.
right,
toys.
so the tiny little garbage
The
pail
small
kids,
ones, they're like this
the
small.
little
Right.
cheap toys.
Yeah, they're just like this small,
Yeah.
and they're like, okay, single color.
Right.
And so you guys made exactly that, right? Except
close.
Except
Okay.
you didn't.
Well,
Except they're big.
they're big. Well, they're a good size, I think.
But compared to like the original
Compared to the
Garbage Pail
originals,
Kid
yeah.
cheap
They
toys,
come in
they're
little
big.
trash bags.
But they do come in little trash bags, and it has the little Basuritas on it. And they're all
And-
Mishka-fied.
I love that he made it look like the tops.
Yeah, I mean, I
logo.
don't tell tops, but
They don't watch this.
I don't think so.
Let's hope not. so,
C&D.
They consume them.
so this color that we're looking at, let's hope that they don't.
No.
The color that we're looking at here,
Are they all pink?
this is flesh tone.
Fleshy.
Yeah. So I remember when we talked about it, you know, we wanted to stay within the original. So the originals had
These
were
are
like
fun.
flesh and green,
Black and
black
red.
and red.
Yeah, but
So-
we needed. So these were released at Designer Con.
Correct.
We made I think 100 sets,
Right.
and they debuted at Decon the flesh tone color.
Right.
It wasn't blind bagged, or it was, and it was only sold like as a set.
Correct.
Retail?
$80 for the set.
So $20 each, but you had to buy the whole set. And we have all the characters. So this is the
That's
the eyeball,
Ojodido.
and then
This is
Great band.
Ramon Struoso.
and then that's you.
That's me,
There's Greg.
Gregory Odicio. And then the bear is Mishka Otico.
So for me, it's like even if you don't know the cards,
Right.
they're still classic Mishka characters.
Correct. So you have the Keep Watch, you have the Psycho Simon. I mean, you have me, I guess, if you want to consider me a character.
Of course you
And
are.
then you have like the bear. You know, Mishka means bear in Russian, so you have this sort of like, you know, we always had this kind of weird like super Soviet or this sort of, you know, a beer that somehow got mutated.
You were in Brooklyn, like right next to like little Ukraine or something like that. So it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's why the Russian kind of made sense.
Right.
But yeah, these are cool, and not just because I made them.
Yeah.
So or
And they're made
or
out of
should I say-
vinyl, barf, eyes, and guts, according to the packaging.
Yes,
That's correct.
and actually, you know, we produced these, but KALAKA was the one that sculpted them and cast them,
Yeah.
and all we really did was send them to the factory and told them to mass produce them. Even though they're not really mass produced, there's only 100
Right.
of these.
And I appreciate that. Thank you,
Oh,
Ben.
no problem.
Yeah.
Anytime.
100 per color or 100 total?
100 per color. Now,
Okay.
you might be asking, where are the other colors?
Where are the other colors?
Good question, Sergio. Well, the other colors, they have finally made it into the U.S. And if you are a Mishka fan and you miss seeing Greg in person because your LA store is no longer here,
Correct.
we are going to have an event, kind of a pop-up shop.
Sure.
Yeah, we could call it that.
Yeah.
Here at the 3D Retro Store on March 23rd. So make your way over. We're going to have a lot of fun stuff. We're going to have the other colors, and the way we're going to do it is the other colors, like, you get to, it's going to be still a set, but you get to pick out of like a box of them. So you'll get this character, but you might get the black one, and then you'll get this character as the red one, and that character as the green one, or the other one as glow the dark.
It's a mix.
So yeah, it's a mix.
Right.
So, or you might get 2 red ones, and 2 black ones. So it's like, oh, come on. So, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
Ooh.
And then we're going to have a capsule of items that are exclusive to the 3D Retro Store.
Right.
I think like maybe a t-shirt and a hoodie.
Yeah.
And we're going to be bringing in some of the 2019 spring collection.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
So there's no place to physically buy Mishka in the U.S. besides our website right now. Well, we do sell some special T-shirts to Zoomies, but as far as our like collection, there's no place else. So this is a perfect opportunity to pick up some Mishka in person. You don't have to worry about shipping or getting the wrong size. Or
There you go. And
Yeah,
there might
stuff.
be
Nice.
some really harder to find stuff anyway. So
Yeah.
Some I looked at the new stuff. It's pretty cool.
Thanks, man.
It's pretty cool stuff.
I agree.
So this is what you've been up to, huh?
Yeah, this is what I've been up to. I made a book about Mr. T and some plastic
And some
dolls.
toys. Nice.
That's what you do when you're an entrepreneur.
Right,
You-
exactly.
You scrape it together.
Yep.
Very well said.
And touring China, it sounds like, at your various stores.
Dude, yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, I haven't been to all of them, but maybe one day.
Anyway, let's talk about some other toys.
What else you got, Ben?
Why don't we do some blind boxes?
Oh,
you actually have Mishka Bearbricks.
We do.
So we thought it would be fitting to possibly open up some Bearbricks.
And we have a new one coming out.
You do? When?
Yeah. I don't know.
All right.
This
save me-
year,
save me
year
a
sometime.
1,000%.
This year sometime, so.
So this is Series 37.
That's crazy.
Is there anything that you're looking for? Maybe the...
The Robocon or the Jason Momoa.
There's a Curious George and
Yeah,
an
the Curious
Aquaman.
George
Oh,
is
look,
cute.
and the Chinese flag. How fitting.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's crack these open.
All right, cool. This is fun. I haven't done this in a while.
Bearbricks are fun, and they're, out of all the blind boxes stuff, they're still like really affordable.
Great.
They go for under $10. All right, so they
Do you
give
open
you.
the flag first? How do you do it?
You know what? I don't. You know what? I'm gonna open up the figure first because I don't want to get.
All right.
I don't want because you could open up the card.
Did you get the Chinese flag?
Did you get the Chinese flag?
You did.
Is it the Chinese flag or is it another?
I think it's Chinese.
Ooh, I got
What
like
did you
a.
get?
Did you get the girl? No.
Great.
Hey, is
Is
this
that
like?
a Chase? That's the Robocon one. That's a good one.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
What did I get?
What'd you get? What'd you get?
I got a naked guy.
All right, cool.
Who is that?
A naked guy.
I don't know. Is that? Hold on,
It's,
that's
I think
artist.
It's Glow.
It's an artist series one.
Oh, okay.
Let's hope it's Glow.
Well, look at your card. This is where the cards come in handy
Oh yeah.
because they'll actually tell you in Japanese what you got.
In Japanese.
Well, yeah. So I got the robot, like you
The
said.
Robocon, yeah.
Where is this from? Like,
It was an old kind of live action. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it was like a guy in a costume, and it was like a kids show. Let's see, what does it say? This
Okay,
is
then.
oh cool. This is a Japan Pro Wrestling.
Look at him.
Jelly bean.
That's
It looks just like him.
awesome.
yes, it looks
Minus-
exactly
The
like
hair
him.
is odd, though. Isn't
Yeah,
it,
and
the
no-
way they
yeah.
did the hair?
Well,
It's
yeah, the
strange.
Robocon
That
The
is
pants
strange.
are really cool, though.
Yeah,
I like his little bat butt.
that's pretty cool. Yeah, he does have a cool.
See,
back,
you'll
but-
love it after all. What'd you get, Jack?
Jelly
Jelly?
bean?
Jelly bean.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, you got a jelly bean.
He got a jelly bean.
Jelly bean.
It doesn't look that delicious, though.
No, I would not eat that if I were you.
Unfortunately. I like this cute girl one there.
Yeah, I forgot what cartoon that's from.
I think it's an artist.
Yeah, but it's
version.
like a famous like Japanese artist.
Oh.
Oh, and
Like-
this last one, too.
Yeah.
The masked one?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
masked one with the
I
little
think they actually made that into
red,
400%.
red boom boom hair.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen that one as
The
400%.
Robocom's neat because it's
So-
got the clear head.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah. All right, very fun.
That was fun.
Well, Jack, you
Yeah?
actually,
You
Have
brought
some
something,
stuff.
Jack?
Been buying toys, yeah.
since
Oh,
we're talking
Jack.
about toys from other countries, why don't we continue that? What do you got?
Okay. Let's do this one.
Jack, where do
So-
you set up your toys?
Where do I set them up?
Yeah, like at your house. Do you...
I have a bunch of shelves and then I have boxes.
And
Boxes?
Yeah. So this, you might remember if you watched a few episodes ago.
Yeah, that's the
for
episode
Decon episode.
where you went and you bought a bunch of cool Japanese figures and you didn't bring anything back for us.
Yeah, and you said, where would you buy that? And I said, Decon. You said, wait, that was at Decon?
This is cute.
That's
So
Oh,
this
that's right.
is Tepu by CICI.
I love it.
Taken by CC.
This is one of the, there's like 3 of these so far. The mini Tepu
Oh.
by...
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's Jack's fault. I
Right,
kind of
right.
pulled on it thinking
Right.
it
No, I think
was-
that's what's supposed to do though.
Said the computer.
So...
It's supposed to do that.
Is this? It's not supposed to come apart. I think
don't-
it's supposed
I
to
don't-
come
I
apart.
like that it comes
Yeah,
apart.
it's like
But are you supposed to like take it out and?
yeah. of
No, not
course.
really.
Oh, you're not?
No, I
No.
think it's supposed to just stay in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's because I pulled too hard.
But I mean, the fact that you could put it right back together, it's no
Yeah.
big deal.
Look how cute that is.
Very cute.
Even the,
Since
even
I'm
if she has
obsessive, I have to
ears
lift
and
up
the
these
capsule
staples
staples so
has
I don't
ears.
destroy my head.
So what's the new one? Is that like
It's a mini version.
what are you doing?
Oh, he's got a little knife out.
Don't
So I don't... So
are
I
you
don't...
are you trying to save the header?
He's
Yeah,
so
of course.
professional.
Do you put them in a binder?
No.
Oh.
Do you?
I used to.
Really?
I mean, it's kind of a good way to keep them. You
Yeah.
put them in a
Yeah, I
binder.
never thought about that.
And then just, you don't have to worry that they're filling up a drawer or anything.
I'm not that
You
organized.
heard it here first, kids. Buy a binder.
Buy a binder.
Or
your
you could
header
just put
cards.
them in bags and boards.
Well, now I just
put
throw
them
them in
a
the
long
trash.
box,
What?
What?
See, I'm not
Oh,
in charge
didn't
of
hear
that.
that.
I have to be
Oh
in
my
charge
goodness.
Yeah, I can't keep. I mean, a header card's an important
So
part.
this is
but-
a JP Toys exclusive.
So
JP
it's smaller.
Is, yeah, it's a mini.
Did they made 2 different sizes?
They did. This
Well,
is like the second
It's just as
version.
adorable as the
It
first
is.
one.
It's
And
even
like-
more
like
adorable.
And if you
No.
look really carefully, you'll notice there's a key difference between the two.
It's smaller.
Really? It's smaller. It's sort of like a revised version. Stare hard and you might see it.
Is it like
Is it the girl?
The arms?
It is the girl. Yep.
Oh, her arms.
You're
Yeah,
right.
now she has arms.
Yeah. So the small
Oh.
version, her arms are like over the control panel.
Okay.
That is more
Gotcha.
adorable, actually.
This is gonna be controversial, but see, like to me, like these toys don't really need header cards.
Why
Like
is that?
Because I just feel like the idea of like a header card is like for something that, this is like more of a piece of art in my opinion, as far as like vinyl
Yeah.
toys go. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna put it on your shelf.
Right.
I just feel like more the like toys that are more like play toy. I mean, not that they're not play toys. They're just kind of a little bulky. I think if you just sold them like this, you could
Oh yeah.
save
Yeah.
it. But I get it. Everybody wants to do a header card.
Right.
But I think it's like kind of gratuitous in this situation.
Yeah.
But I
they
love
feel
it.
more like box toys, right?
I think-
Given their shape.
Yeah.
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 But
I think they're
it's
just
okay.
trying to keep it with the tradition, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, is the header card that impressive on these things, or is it like I just think it's just one of those things
sorry.
like you need a header
it's
card?
pretty
Pretty plain.
simple. Yeah. Tape.
Nice. All right. Well,
keep making header cards though. It's
how much did that one cost you, Jack?
That is a good question. I don't remember exactly. I think it was like about. Well, the strange thing is, the mini one was about like $70-ish, and I'm thinking that maybe the price got translated wrong because there was a company. Jeez.
Oh no!
There was a CC wasn't there at Decon. Someone else was selling it for her, and they sold the big one for $60. So I'm not really sure what's going on.
Oh, maybe they didn't do it right.
Yeah, maybe.
Or maybe the exclusive one is less run.
It could be. It could be.
fine. You can join me.
Yeah.
Oh, fine, you can join me. Yeah.
Jack doesn't want
What
to
else
be
did you
alone.
get?
I just
Oh
broke your toy. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
no! Jack's
Coco.
never bringing
make
a
you a
toy
fresh
ever
one.
again. All right, that's hilarious. It's a monkey as an astronaut. I love it.
Yeah. It's
hilarious.
actually this guy, Kendi Tan, who is out of Indonesia, made this.
Knife again.
Yep. Where's that
You always
disembodied
have-
voice? It's
Do
so
you
weird. and
always
creepy.
have that knife on you?
Yes.
Like ready to cut people?
Yeah. So
my
don't mess
God.
with me.
I
You're
keep
a
small
dangerous
knife in my
person.
car.
It's America, man. We got the right to carry knives.
Oh, don't. Oh, gosh. Yeah, you're right, actually.
Jeff got me a knife for like emergencies for the
Yeah.
car, but so far I've only used it to open food packages.
Yeah, that's all. That's all
That's
they're
an
really good
emergency.
for.
What if you're really, really
Emergency.
hungry?
That's all they're
I'm
really good
hungry.
for.
So this toy is actually, I mean, it is a monkey, right? But
That
it's
is
inspired
hilarious.
by the early monkeys that NASA used and sent into space.
Is this still available? I need one of
Nope,
these.
sold out.
Ah,
Why do
well
you
then I
need
get
this
to keep
pen?
this one, right?
You don't need this, Ben. You
It
can
has a
just
little
look at
ray
this
gun,
one.
but I hear it maybe doesn't fit.
I
too
don't
well
know.
into
This
it.
is so cool.
Yeah, so this is by Kendi Tan. He's a, like I said, an Indonesian artist. But some of the character development was done by Clogtwo, who's a graphic artist out
yeah.
of Singapore.
This is Sofubi, right?
Soft vinyl. Yeah.
China
You could try to put that
or
in there.
Japan?
No, it's
Probably
probably,
made in
almost
China.
certainly made in China. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see that.
That's a cute little gun.
Here it doesn't. Someone said it doesn't fit too well, so if it doesn't, don't force it.
Come on.
Let's break all of Jack's stuff.
Yeah, let's
What
do
else you got, Jack? We want to
Let's,
break it.
Yeah, what other toys can we break or mess up or scuff? I'm not going to do this because I don't want to ruin
Yeah,
the
yeah,
toy.
yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, it's
But-
pretty neat. It has a helmet that pops open.
How much did this one cost?
This is $65.
$65.
It's a little expensive, but it's pretty cool. I had
A
to
little
have it.
guy like this.
You might notice they sort of have this theme about like cute space.
People
toys.
complain when I charge $65 for a toy that's like this tall. How is that possible? I know why, because it's not a cute little monkey and astronaut.
That's
outfit.
right.
Well, Jack is also, he's like curating a collection, which is different. Once
Yeah.
you're curating a collection, you're looking for
Cute space toys.
different things.
I mean, hey,
Yeah.
Don't complain about this
don't
being
hate
20.
don't hate the player, hate the game. As
Oh,
they say, you know?
words of wisdom from Mr. Greg Mishka. These are really cool, man. I
Yeah.
like these a lot. You always buy like this
I
coolest
try.
stuff.
And try.
Yeah. I bet
Yeah,
I
there's
would-
lots of cool stuff at Decon.
So you
If
keep
only I had
saying,
time to walk the floor.
Yeah.
It's true.
Just leave him there.
Well, let's see. How are we doing on time? Well, we're running a little bit
satisfying,
over,
isn't it?
but do we have time for maybe one more toy? One more?
One more toy, Ben.
All right, one more toy. Okay, so we've got another event that's happening at 3D Retro on March 30th, a week after yours.
Wow, this place is full of events.
It's popping.
You know, once the weather gets better. That's what happens. So
You hope.
we actually debuted this toy as well. Just like these guys, we debuted them at Decon. We debuted this toy at Decon as well.
Oh yeah.
This is Dinokitty Rex
so cool.
from Mab Graves. And we only were able to get, I think, 24 pieces in for Decon. Here, you can open it, Sarah Joe. And of course, they sold out. They go for $80. And it was a frenzy for people trying to get them.
Well, people love her.
And yeah, so we had a lot of fun at 3D Retro making this figure. We wanted to
I love
really.
the smell.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, breathe it in.
So we wanted to
Breathe
capture.
in deeply, Greg.
Yeah.
You want to break it?
That's my problem. Is I breath. Yeah.
It's pretty heavy for a vinyl
Yeah.
figure, right?
It is
That's
heavy.
cool.
Overdose on
It's
vinyl
cool.
fumes.
It's great. I love the
Oh god, I
texture
can
Box
smell it
is
from
neat.
here.
on the scaly
This is really cute.
scalies. And I love the
The
eyes.
eyes.
The eyes are really special.
The eyes actually use the same eyes that she uses in her creations, her one-offs.
Oh,
So,
really?
Awesome.
yeah, we wanted to make sure that we capture, the same look as her one-off toys. So
Feel
it's
it.
like
it's really heavy.
they're like glass.
Wow, yeah.
They're like glass eyes.
Yeah, that's cool.
And
Wow, it is really heavy.
yeah,
Is it filled vinyl or is it resin?
I have
Feels
no
like-
idea.
It feels like vinyl.
It's probably just solid.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just like
It's filled with Mishka toys that weren't up to par. So they
Reject
they
Mishka
just stuffed
toys.
them into the body.
Reject Basuritas.
I really like this toy.
Isn't it fun?
Yeah.
So,
Would
so
be
on,
nice in a bathroom or something.
on March 30th, we're going to be debuting this toy at 3D Retro, the store.
Yeah.
Mab is going to be flying down
Cool.
to sign for the fans.
Where's she from?
And
Yeah, where's she from?
Indiana. Thank you, audience.
Where would we be without our disembodied voices?
Yeah. So,
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
so there you go. And this is the original colorway. There are other ones that will be released later dates, but
Cool.
we figured we should release the original green one. What do you guys think? Isn't it fun?
Yeah.
That's really neat.
I
really
love
cute.
it. Yeah. It also would be a good weapon. I always like things that are good weapons because you never know if you have to grab something.
Smack.
It's really heavy, you guys.
It
Or
is
door
really
I
heavy.
like to think about
really
things as
hurt
door
someone.
stops. I'm not as violent as you.
Why are you guys using my toy as weapons and door stops? They're collectible figures that
Actually,
are
it'd be
supposed to
kind of cool as a doorstop.
Don't use this as a door. What are you doing? Look what you've done. This is a great toy. God, it smells so good.
That was a thriving industry for years. Door stops. They made all different kinds.
I have one. I have
yeah.
a ice cream.
Yeah.
They
Door
still
I used to have a
stop.
little like pug or something. It's good. Not that I, but
like the metal sharpeners. Remember those?
yeah.
Yeah, they had like the pyramids and the motorcycle.
But no one really uses pencils anymore, right?
Yeah, but they're still
Kids
fun
do.
to get.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Kids do.
How else are you gonna do your little scantrons?
Right.
Scantrons.
Remember scantrons?
Oh yeah.
They still have them, I'm assuming.
Yeah, probably.
Tell us. Do you you guys still use scantrons?
I hope not. I don't
Worst
like bubbling in
question
my
ever.
name.
I know.
We're showing
A, B, C,
we are
or
so
D.
showing our age right now.
Yeah, I think they know we're old.
We got to wrap this up. Anyway, Greg,
Thanks for having me,
Yeah,
Ben.
thank you for coming.
Thanks for coming
Everyone.
on the show.
Yeah.
Thanks for talking about your toys. We are really excited about the event. March 23rd, 3D Retro here in Glendale,
Yeah,
California.
cool.
Buy some Basuritas.
yes.
Get some exclusive merch.
It's
And
gonna
Greg
be a
will
lot of
be
fun.
here.
And I'll be here. You can if
We-
you've been trying to like fight me or like hurt me or kill me.
Now's the time.
Now's your
Show
Now's
up.
your chance.
I'll have a weapon though.
Yeah,
so-
perfect. Or bring your
You
own
know,
toy
or
and
bring
Greg
your-
will break
yeah.
it for
Or
you.
Yeah,
maybe because there's going to be like a food truck, maybe they'll just come and be like, I'm just hungry and I'll eat instead.
Right.
And then everything will be fine.
And then
Yeah.
yell at Greg.
And then you can eat
I
my
haven't
bread.
met any haters in person, so I've been pretty lucky.
You don't have any haters.
I think I have a few, but
Everyone
it's okay.
does.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
Except Ben.
I have haters.
We all
trust
have
me.
haters.
Haters are a badge
Don't
of honor.
hate.
No, but come the 23rd, it's going to be awesome.
Yes. Come the 23rd.
And hopefully it'll be sunny by then.
Yes,
It'll be
hopefully.
so beautiful that day,
can see
you
the
guys. It's going to
mountains.
be the best day ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll
It'll
be
be
good.
beautiful.
It'll be fantastic. But thank you for coming on the show, and thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, leave a comment, tell us what you guys think. Are you excited for any of the events? The 23rd event, the 30th event? Are you coming down? Are you going to say hi or what?
Which of these toys do you absolutely have to have in your collection?
This one,
All of them.
Who collects bootleg GPK?
Really?
right there. But that one's not mine, so I could do that. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Okay, bye.